Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Yesterday, there was no live broadcast, and yesterday was 22 years. 22 years of saving grace that I had an accident. I had an accident as a single brother who was so passionate about drama evangelism. From how it happened, I was working with a sister in the Austrian primary school, and this sister was engaged to a brother in Abuja. And as we were talking, she said, sister was so committed and all that. So she said, I'm going to Abuja very soon after all the marriage and all that. I said, well, we can come and minister in Abuja. And I would discuss with my fiance, and I said, no problem. And the arrangement started, and I have to travel for the first time to the northern part of Nigeria, Abuja, for 8 hours. We went through Jeba and all those stuff. Lo and behold, I didn't know because I used to travel for 2 hours. I don't remove my shoe. So my first time in Abuja, I didn't remove my shoe. My legs swell off so much for days. It was so big. And what do you have? It was very challenging. So we got to know Brabayo by name, and he was preparing for the wedding. So when I was doing around, we went to his church. We went to, even in fact, let me say, through him, I became friends and familiar with First Baptist Church, Gariki Area 11. And well, by the way, let me give a shout out to Reverend Israel Akoji, whose birthday is tomorrow. Happy birthday to you, Reverend. God bless you so much. Keep the good work and the family together. So I went, and I was in the church. I don't want to mention names so that people don't start talking about. I was in the church arranging for ministration. I was in another church, but this church never told me they are not interested in drama. So they were just posting me, oh, this young boy, let's just not give him an answer. And I didn't know they were posting me, so later I discovered, I didn't know they were posting me, so they just say, come back. I went there. So this particular faithful day I think was around, towards evening, basically. Yes, towards evening. I think it was around after 3 or so, or to 4. I can't remember. I was not towards evening. So as I was leaving the place, and they said I should come back so time, another church is giving me, First Baptist Church is giving me ministration. They give me the permission that by Sunday, Brother Paul, please, all the way from Ibadan, come and minister during the service on Sunday. So I was so excited. My brother told me that, oh, they have given me permission to come and minister in drama in the church. I was so excited. I was so happy. So I went to that place I should come back. So I was just thinking, oh, I will have enough time to do. And I was this Kwahibo church. I think they've changed the name now. Kwahibo church. That was the Kwahibo church. I met another pastor in Nyanya. Nyanya was the first place I've ever lived or stayed in Abuja. So, and that fateful day I was rushed. I just remember, oh, it's towards evening. I don't want Brabayo to come back home. And he won't have something to eat, so let me quickly go and prepare food and all. That was my thinking. So I look at the right, I look at the left. I wanted to cross from nowhere because it was a big road. At that time, it's not yet, it was a big road. As I ran, all I saw from afar off is that there was a big vehicle coming. In fact, a Mercedes-Benz or so. And all I remembered was, "Whoa!" When I hear, "Whoa," it was only my leg, one leg. Nothing. I don't have any bruise anywhere. Not on my head, not anywhere. Only that leg. Funny enough, don't laugh. As I just do like this, trying to balance myself, and I just put my leg down, and my leg said, no way. I could remember that. Very nice. You know, when you are going to see ministers now, you dress well, but very nice chokoto. I want this baggy chokoto. And the thing was rolling like this. My leg was rolling like this. My leg was rolling like this. The next thing I could do is that I was wearing shoe. The pain went to my brain. The pains. So the people started stopping, and I saw in the spirit. I saw in the spirit a woman having a wrapper across the road, and was doing like this to me. That we didn't stop in Nigeria, and we didn't stop in Ibadan from preaching. You now came to Abuja to come and preach. And I was replying the woman back that I'm not going to die, but to live. I was explaining, but people, is this man mad? I was not mad. I was replying. So that's somebody to carry me. That one didn't know what to carry. Not carry the broken leg. He said, yeah, man, but you know, he was carrying the broken leg. So he had to first of all remove my shoe. So when he removed my feet, there was a free relief. Along the line, the thing was looking like he's dead. He's becoming dead. I said, I have ministration on Sunday. All true. When they brought me, the man went to area 8, Gariki area 8 hospital. So he ran there. And he got me there. I met another fantastic person, Sister Swan. Sister Swan is in UK now. So, and I met another nurse, which also from Kogi State. This is just like, okay, give him injection. Who is the something? And that day I saw another thing. When the man dropped me, I thought the man would never come back again. I think the shock was too much on the man. So, the man dropped me. So, when they want to attend it to me, there was no money. I was not with the money. There was nobody they can say, okay, who brought this man? I saw that's why sometimes I can't hate any tribe in Nigeria. This young man, Hausa man or whatever, I don't know his tribe, but we always call everybody Hausa once they are not speaking our language. So this boy was shaking, and he was the one who paid for the injection or so. Maybe 11 naira or 11, I don't understand, maybe 1,000, I don't even remember. But he paid. So the first of all gave me the injection to release the pain, and the pain was much. So after that, I was telling the nurse, I said, sister, I have ministration on Sunday. The man hope I will be going home in the evening. The man was just laughing. I said, evening call. We say, just calm down, just rest. And they are now asking me a question, what's your name? My name is Paul-Esupofo. How do we write it? I told them, Paul. Okay, Paul, calm down. Okay, have you ever been to the hospital before? Have you ever been admitted? I said, when they're about to give birth to me, I was in the hospital. But before that time and after that time, I don't know anything about that. I've never been sick. I'll be admitted. He said, well, after in the night, I was looking, everyone was strange. He said, bro, you're going to be on admission. The first night, I couldn't sleep. I was looking everywhere in the hospital. I was looking, very strange. I'm sleeping in the hospital tonight. As I was thinking ministration. So when I sleep like this, I was ministering everywhere in Abuja. I was ministering everywhere. I was like, Jesus Christ. Hey. So the following morning, they now said they are waiting for me. And I said, okay, now I will not be able to eat until after the operation. Which operation? So you have a broken leg and they have to arrange the bones. I said, okay, arrange now. By Sunday, I will go now. It was then. I called the person I'm staying who was preparing for marriage. He was preparing for his own marriage. And the sister that connected me at the beginning was preparing for the marriage. Have I not caused trouble to these people now? In fact, sister was afraid that, from the school where we are working together, am I not the one that brought her up so that I will not die? And I just resigned. At that time, I just resigned. What would I do now? What would I do? They did the test. I couldn't eat like 24 hours. The following day, they brought massive accident. And the woman was brought to a man's place. Don't let me bug with some of my story. I'll continue anyway. This is Family's Deal. I'm talking about Family's Deal today. So in case you have something about your dealing with your husband, dealing with your children, dealing with your wife or your wives, please let's talk about it. We're going to talk about it briefly. So you are free to press the guest button. You can be our guest. You can do a guest request. you allow you to request to join as a guest on this broadcast. Okay, so you're free. Share this video. Please go ahead and share this video. If this story is interesting and there's no fabrication, I'm just saying. In fact, some of the things my wife is just being recalled like a refreshing, and everybody she's looking at me and all the children and one that just slept now and they're watching me. So it's a family deal. So if you're enjoying the story, let me see hands up. Queen Nina? Oh, Queen Michael is raising up his hand. Oh, you look at the video. So let's share the video. Let's go now. So after that time, I was taken to the hospital, and my brother was the one taking care of the whole thing. So my brother was that Brabayo. So it was taking care of the whole thing. It was paying. Then the church knew to know on Sunday they announced my name. Because if you know Baptist very well, when they know they will fix you, they put you. Thank God for I think he's a reverend now, Deacon Akinola. The Lord bless you and all his family. To cut the long story short, that deacon was the one who carried me with his back when after about in fact, I became like a landlord, because where I stopped was that they brought a woman and they thought is dead. She was dead. They thought she was dead, and they just saw the hand doing like this. So that everywhere was filled up. It was only beside me that was free. So they brought this woman. That's another story. Reverend Showumi. I still remember some name after 22 years. That's amazing. I can't remember. I can remember so many names. Wow. Reverend Showumi. And the woman was just, oh, why me, Lord? Why me, Lord? When I was sleeping, when I hear why me, Lord, my head was like this. Because I read something about that on our daily bread. I said, no, sorry, ma, why not you? Don't say that. Don't say that. You're a child of God. I started ministering. I started preaching Jesus Christ. They say, later I now discover she's a reverend in Foursquare. And that's how I got to know the Ogushui today. So Ogushui came to visit the woman. And some other people, members of the church. So by the time they came, they saw that she was alive. She was, within 4 weeks, within 4 days, I think the Lord healed. The Lord healed the bones. The Lord healed the bone, the 4 bones, the ribs, and all that. It was miraculous. I was like, God, you can answer prayer. So by the time they now come, they begin to come and they see us and they say, oh, this and all that. So it just see that we're gisting. So that day they had to do operation. The woman was like, have you eaten? I said, I've not eaten. It was like almost 24 hours because they say until they do the operation and all that. So they were taking me to the place, and I tell you, thank God, though, at least I will do the operation. They said they had to look for money. They had to start raising money. Okay, they did the money thing and were brought there. When they did that, they came there, they couldn't set it very well. I was feeling pain. They arranged it, but they didn't arrange it very well. You alright? The Nigeria hospital. But God saved me, because God saved me, that's what I can say. Because I went through a lot after that. Because if those people have done it right at that place, because the fibula, the fibula were broken. This is the bone, okay? They were broken, and when it was being arranged, it was not arranged well. Eventually, when I got to Ibadan, I was taking myself to Adeoyo, eventually UCH. By the time they check it, they discovered that it's already like this. So I fell back at home. I fell again. Somebody came in. I don't know. The small boy came. I fell, so the bone were like this. And they had to give me Scotch cast. And Dr. Molulu of UCH then told me they can do open reduction. They had to do plate and screw. That is, they will file the bones. They will remove it. When they file the bones and remove it and put it together and put plate and screw, that after some years, I may decide to remove it or I should leave it there. It doesn't affect anything. I say, God, I've said no operation on my body. Nobody will put anything on my body. I've prayed, Father, in the name of Jesus. So anytime I sleep, I just see myself ministering. But when I wake up, I cannot walk. So it was there. The daughter of that woman was like, okay, you have been encouraging your mommy. Please, I know how to drive. I know how to drive wheelchair. Like, I never knew that wheelchair has brake. I never knew. So I would go to toilet and they were hanging my leg like this. So my leg like this. And later there was a place of that before I left Abuja now, there was a place there for like that 12 weeks. I'm sorry to say. They were patching for 6 weeks. They were patching. There's a particular spot they couldn't know what to do to it. SOP or whatever, or POP, the POP, they were patching it. So now eventually they said, let's discharge this guy. So when they discharged me, they say after some time, it's because they just released it. So it took me home. I came back to remove it. When I removed it, I could still not walk because it was not well done. So I managed myself from Abuja with crutches back to Ibadan. To cut the long story short, the Lord healed me. March 1999. And after the Lord, they removed in March. But I think by March or April, I was on location. And there was a combat. There was a fight on location. And immediately we were all fighting. There was a court guy attacking himself. Immediately we were cutting and I was down. But I told all of them, please, I will beat you. Please allow me to beat you. So I was down. I just discovered, I remember Evangelist wrote to me, Emmanuel, all of them ran. Ojoluwa, all of them ran to me. Hope you're okay. Esupofo, you're okay. Yes, I'm okay. I said, wow. So this will really love me. It was a real love. My family was, no. When I got walking back today, Mike Bamiloye and all the entire team of Mount Zion Faith Ministry, the Lord bless you. My Bamiloye really puts down money. I'm telling you. The team is sent, but Yemi Adepoju is sent, but Israel or Adewale then, as a vice then, he sent 2 of them. I was in Odejai, number 53. The old number was E9/699C. Okay, you're going to hear a lot of things. That's why I'm just saying this story. It's a family deal. So after the Lodeja, I have to move to Akobo. By force, reluctantly to go and live with my auntie Tai Ogundikbel, later married to Oladejo. And from that place, they moved to their own place. I followed them from that place. I moved to a place, largest place, Brother Bolagade, Mrs. Bolagade, who took me without not even know my family, knowing anything. As I remember family, I was living in one room there. I call it a kitchen converter room. He said, come and live in the main. I blamed to move out. In the main house, I couldn't function with. I said, let me just be in that place and all that. One thing led to another. I moved to cafe. I was in the cafe. I reached out to Adebowale, Pastor Adebowale here. I was in the cafe for eight months. I was living inside cafe in 8 months. From cafe, my friends said they have a place now, bro. Paul, why will you be living in cafe? This is not too good and all those time. At that time, I know the Lord sent me to a school of ICT for 8 months to learn some things I'm doing today. Part of it is what you're saying now. And the Wale Olayede and the wife, they agreed. They said, Paul, please move to this place. And I can't forget what Tonyawa. Newa is a blessing. Nikewa is a blessing, and this family. And we moved my things down to their house. I was in a room for several months until I got an apartment in number 14, Akede Crescent, Bashorun. That's Brother Kunle's house. Okay. So I was in Bashorun. From that Bashorun, Lord was blessing me. From that house, I got engaged. That was October 19 or so. October 19, 2009. Okay. So I got engaged. Started a relationship. And a blessing family again in the church. This is Shola and the family, the husband, and the children. So loving to me and all that. I said, Paul, let's pray. And we're about to start planning for the marriage. And we moved to number 9, Kolawole Close, Bashorun, where we got married. I moved there before we got married, so I was really certain the marriage is coming. We got married October 8, 2011, to the glory of God. And the family started. Okay? You got in the family deal now. Yes, I intentionally do this. I never said, wow. And I want to appreciate my wife who said yes to a man who has gone through thick and thin, who has gone through a lot of things, who is just a ministry thing he knows how to do, who is just a kingdom thing he knows how to do. He has a little, very little percent of business, but he's very great in entrepreneurship. And he was really now building that startup thing. So, the family deal. So after that, I got married and started having children. I had to learn how to be more communicative. And I'm still learning. I tell people when they talk about love, I don't have a problem to love. Maybe it's not really my problem. Let me put it that way. But communication, I have to work on it because several times I'm used to myself. I'm used to running things myself. I'm used to doing things myself. I'm used to not need anybody's help per se. If it's money, I'll give you the money to achieve those things. If it's time, I will give time to achieve those things. If it's energy, I use my energy to achieve those things. So I'm so used to, so many times I've talked to myself and I felt I've talked. So when we got married, I would have said something in my mind. From my heart, I would just continue where I stopped. I just continue and say, hey, Gracie, you know, you need to, where do you start from? I said, oh, have I not told you? He said, no, you have not told. I said, but I thought you have. And then, Initially in our marriage, I used to argue with that. I said, I told you. But when I start them back, I realized I have not said it to her. So I begin to learn. When I say you have not, I say, wow, I didn't remember. But since I have not told you, let me now tell you now. So I begin to do that. And between time, I begin to get over it and I begin to get the results. Now, having to be our son is so loving and so caring. In fact, all our children are so loving and so caring. In fact, when I said, Daddy, your eyes is red. We just finished. We have not finished, but we'll finish tomorrow. We just finished a shoot, a music shoot, and a music video. And I'm like, what? All of them are caring. Dealing with my wife first is what I've said about communication. Dealing with my children. They are so amazing. They're so amazing that they follow everything I'm doing. There's one that will never sleep until daddy's carrying on, just daddy's petting. Especially during this COVID-19. Even the smallest of them, Queen Bino. The first one is King Michael. Second one is Queen Nina. And the last one is King Bino. You know, we'll just be looking. Even as I do live broadcast now, you can imagine she's just looking at me keenly. Okay? How are you? How are you? So, she's so amazing. And one of the things I talk about dealing, sometimes you spank them, sometimes you hug them, sometimes you explain things without not beating. But one thing I remember that my father did when we were young, my father will never, without not explaining what you have done. But I discover in this generation, we have finished beating before we allow people to explain. Look at how the calm down thing went trending. Calm down, mommy, calm down. If you tell me sit down, how do you mean by calm down? You will sit down like this. You will stretch your leg. You calm down. Mommy, calm down. Calm down. How did that boy knew that that's what's supposed to be? And he was educating the man that you calm down and you stretch your leg. You sit down. And the rest is the story today. And this boy, the thing has gotten the attention. Attention to the whole world. Attention to the governor of Lagos State. So you can imagine that thing. So dealing with your family, you need to deal with them with wisdom. Sometimes you're saying something. Sometimes I'm not patient to listen to explanation. My face is so hard. Oh, let's do it this way. Because I say, he's a minister. Yes, I need to be real to myself. You understand? I don't have to package it. I don't have to be destructive with it. I don't have to say, let me just tell them what they want to know. No. Reality of life. Families deal. My immediate family's deal is number one. Now, extended family deal is number two. Now, another number three is your friend's family deal. Not even now your friend. No. Your friend's family deal. Some of the parents of your friends in fact, they fell in love with you of how you do things, how things have been done, and they also have their issues that you also manage with your issues. Family deals. Family deals is very, very complicated. But with the grace of God, we can always have a result. So I think you hear the voice of my wife from offline. Offline, you're not going to be seeing her face. You're going to hear it offline. And she will just say a few things that will close tonight. Okay? If you have enjoyed the story, give me a thumb up or show me some loves. Press some loves there. Press it, press it, press it, press it, press it, press it, press it. Okay? Press it now. Press it, press it, press it. Then share this video. It's going to help somebody because this is like a story that I've never shared fully. I've only been sharing parts. This one is not even all the full, but it's very full. It's fuller than the one that I've been used to share. Okay, thank you for the love. If you're sharing it, thank you so much. Yes, Gracie, what can you talk about family deal?
Thank you very much. I want to thank our viewers and listeners for coming and be a part of this program tonight. Now, talking about family deal, taking example from the story you've shared with us, and the story of your, it's not the experience you had on mission field. Now, I could count about if I could get it right, about 6 families that you had encounter with on just that single trip. Starting from the about to be family, that's number 1, introducing you to the fiance, and to adventure, let's say, one, and that person who paid for your first injection is from a family. That is number 2.
I never knew, I never seen again.
Yes. And the family you met, or that met you on the bed, that is another family. And those ones who came to visit, the person on bed, that's another family. Now, coming back to Ibadan, now not mentioning the family where the church nurses came from, the doctors. Now, the church, you mentioned someone in the church, that's another person from the family. It's even more than 6. Getting down to Ibadan, you have families you lived with. Yeah. Like you mentioned about.
Right, they are so popular because I didn't mention Biodun that was taking me around the hospital. That was the time I was taking the crutches around the UCH. Somebody has to give me somebody has to give me 40 naira or so. Like almost like begging for help. No. You understand? So a lot of them talking about Pastor Ipadiola now in Europe or so. So many.
Talking about Mosiah family.
Talking about Pastor Where, who happened to be my pastor.
Now, where am I driving at this evening? I'm saying that everyone you come in contact with, they are from what? A family. They are a member of what? A family. So the family deal this evening is telling us that whoever you found that needs a help, you help as an ambassador of your family. Now, you mentioned some couples who you met. I've met almost all of them.
Wow. That's good.
After marriage, I've met Mommy Ogun, Daddy and Mommy Ogushuyi. I've met who again? The Oloyedes. The Owas.
Sorry.
Who again now? The Sholas, we live together. The Mount Zion family. The who again now?
So many.
That have been of help to you one way or the other. you know, the Ores, Daddy Ores family, you know, that whatever at any particular time, whatever help you need to render to someone, please do. Because you would not know that person you're doing it for, you would not know to what extent, or you would not know to what extent the journey of life the person is going to embark on.
Yes.
You will not know what the person would become in later years. You will not know the lives you are saving, because you have not only, those people have not only saved Paul-Esupofo at that particular time. They've saved generations of people. They've saved multitude of people. Now, people that he has impacted today, if he had been abandoned on the hospital bed, and now with crushes, and now felt like God is nowhere on his side, and just gave up on God and forget about ministry. Now, those souls that are tied to him, though God can still raise another person to do it, but it's not only the person that have not done it that have failed. Those people that are needed to help at that time, to help that hand, to help strengthen that hand, to help strengthen that heart, to help strengthen that faith, they have failed. And they have not failed alone, not a single person, that family that person came out from. I not say they have failed though, but that person has not been a good ambassador. I didn't say they are failed, that's not what I meant. But I mean that person has not been a good ambassador for the family. So that is why we as a family, we should raise our children in the way of the Lord. They should have this kind heart, not the heart of the Pharisees that left that man that needed help.
The man passed another way.
And passed the other way. No. Don't let us look down or take our eyes off people who needed help. And we have the strength, the capacity to help. There are some people that they might wish to help, but they could not help. I was talking to someone today. I said, during that lockdown, do you know that how I wish that I have one gigantic money somewhere, that I will have focused on those who just gave birth to children and old people. And the person said, I didn't get you. Come again. I said it again. I said, sorry, why did you say that? I said, one, nobody is permitted to go and visit somebody who just gave birth. They needed money. They will need money. And also, old people, they are asked not to be visited. So, how are they going to cope? So that is why. And the person I said, okay, I got you now. I said, that is one part of my heart. What is clamoring for? What is desiring to do? What I see, where I see that there is need. And another person could see another side of some people who they should meet their needs. Another person should see, different kind of God is not going to give you all the work to do it. He will choose, he will give us the talent. He will open our eyes to see that aspect, just as he gave people talent.
To solve the problem.
To solve the problem. That, you see this side, go and do it. See this portion, go and do it. I have to see that side, go and do it. But what are we doing? Every one of us, though we are working, it's like we are working on different fields, but we are working for one purpose. To strengthen our hearts, not to lose hope of heaven. So a family deal is to what? To strengthen ourselves and others so that we will not lose our heavenly focus. And I pray that the Lord will help us in Jesus' name, that in all we do, we will not only go about the fantasies of life, but rather we will go in his might, conquering kingdoms and saving people from hell, and increasing the number of saints in heaven. In Jesus' name.
Amen. That's a good one. Yep, thank you. You're welcome. Well, this is how far we're going to be going tonight. Thank you so much. If this is you find this story interesting, please share with somebody else, because a lot of things when he was talking, in fact, one of the things before I close I need to say that when the person that hit me, that was the first day the wife was coming to Abuja, and later they called him and they said they should come and pay. The company, after I was already working a bit, the company said they will refund all the money. And I asked Brother, what do you do? He said he's not interested in collecting anybody back. So the man looked at me. So what will you do? Come to the office. I said, I'm not interested. He said, but the company will not believe. I said, no, I'm not interested. I don't even know the man. After a while, I think I visited the man. After I was able to walk back, I visited the man. When I came, they thought I've come to arrest or something like that. I said, no. He said, no, come to my office. I went to the office. I think I don't want to mention the name of the office because it's very sensitive. So I saw something. So when I went there, and I think I went there once, I couldn't go. I said, we are not collecting anything from anybody. We are not interested in collecting anything. And the Church of God also tried. First Baptist Church tried that time. It was also very amazing. It doesn't have any background of Baptist. No. But I love the Church of God. They are preaching true word of God. That's my identity. But maybe another time I will talk about it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. The little one you have had is that don't give up on your dream. Keep on keeping on. And it's going to be a good result. Family deal. Love your family. Band your family together. Walk in love. Pray together. Fast together. Do a lot of things together. Understand yourself together. If an outsider understand your spouse more than you, I'm sorry to say, your wife or your husband is supposed to have married that outsider. That's my definition. I can't understand. I can understand maybe you're a friend of the ministry, or a family of a member of the ministry. I can only understand you 50 or 60%. You understand? So, what if I tell you that I understand 100% of you, then I'm sorry. There is a problem somewhere. So that means you are polygamy. You are polygamous. If you understand everybody's wife or everybody's husband 100%, something is wrong with you. Sorry, I said it. Okay, this is how far we can go. Thank you so much on behalf of Grace Oriade, Kim Michael Oriade, Queen Nina Oriade, Queen Bina who's clapping behind the something Oriade. I want to say thank you, and all our friends who stood by us, my mother, then my father before it was late. 2 years after my accident, my father died, and that's a very blessing thing. The Lord bless all my family members, the sisters, brothers who stood and who prayed, and all the Church of God, the Power of Faith, Agora, Rapada, different places, who prayed, and all the Mount Zion drama minister, answered drum, they all prayed and stood. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I think I'm using the avenue to say after 22 years, I'm still saying thank you. Dehalu, Eshe, Nagode. Thank you for being there. Till another time. Don't forget.